Welcome back to the homestead. It has been a busy week here. We have an overabundance in tomatoes, so we're going to be canning some of those. We also harvested our sunflowers last week, and we had it two different ways. We used the big one for the seeds and these. Quite a bit of water. They're quite heavy, actually. I'll grab my thicker shears and cut them off at the base too. Looks like my washing station will come in hand for this. I'm just going to get all these seeds out and get all these little flowers out too without getting them mixed in. We'll save some of these too for next year to grow some. Probably just need like a small handful, like this many, I think should be good. I have some other sunflowers I want to try going next year, one of which will be the mammoth sunflower and some smaller sunflowers for decor inside the house. Hopefully next year I'll be making some cute vases in the ceramics room. I'm just going to put this all into a bowl, fill it with water and salt, and soak it for 24 hours. I think if you boil it, you could get it done faster, but I've got time. I may have chosen a bowl that was too small. There, it's almost already full. One of the other things that we finally got done at the homestead is Tucker's been wanting to reorganize the garage.
Well guys, I need to clean up the garage. I've been saying I want to clean it up, and it's just getting messier and messier in here. I made this little organized, fishing tackle area. That's already getting all messy too. I kind of cleaned up the tools, hung them on the wall so they're easier to access and kind of organized there. But the rest is just a complete mess. And before it gets out of hand, any worse than this, let's clean it up. Wow, look at all this space. It's a pretty big garage once everything's taken out. I'm gonna work on this corner later on. Today I'm just kind of doing this central part. I'm gonna make another workbench for that area, just like the fishing one, but I'm gonna make it double wide, so twice as long as that one to go all along there.
And the smaller one, we decided to roast it because so many of you guys have been sending me reels and shorts of people eating the entire sunflower, and you guys all thought that we should try it. I said I was going to eat one of the sunflowers that I have, and unfortunately I waited too long, and the only one that still has the white seeds is this super tiny one. But we're going to try it anyways, so I'm just kind of pulling the petals out, getting the little tiny flowers that are right here out. This seems way too small to put on the grill or to oven roast it. It's a little bit of a waste, for something so tiny. So I might just try to pan cook it and see what happens. There you go. It's all white. Let's go cook it and find out if this is as good as everyone online keeps saying it is. I cooked tiny little sunflower, and I've heard people say it kind of tastes like corn, so I'm going to do it Mexican style. I got a lime here. I'm going to put a little squeeze of that. A little bit of mayo. Oops. It's really tiny, so we only get one bite each. Put the cheese first, a little bit of cotija. Our actual dinner is going to be tuna poke.
This is just our appetizer, I guess.
Yeah. I just ended up cooking it on the pan.
Okay.
And a little bit of spice. Chitabin. Just a little bit. Let's see if this is as good as everyone says.
So you can just eat it like that?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Just a young one?
Mm-hmm. It's good. I guess.
It's a little chewy.
Yeah, it's a little chewy. I don't know if I waited maybe just a
Like
little too soon or too
leaves.
much.
A little, like, a little too fibrous.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to skip the leaves and get like a little corn on the cob.
All right. No, if you just kind of like squeeze out the seed parts, it comes out.
Yeah.
That's better.
It's not bad, but
Not great.
I don't really know why everyone is. Well, there's been a lot of reels of this. It's really trendy right now to just have a huge. I mean, I guess it looks cool. The big sunflowers.
Yeah. All right. Well, honest review. Not great.
Not horrible, but
Edible. We got some poke here. It's very simple. Just tuna, leek instead of green onion, because that's what Jocelyn has growing, and cucumber.
nice. Is there any chili crisp?
And chili crisp. Oh,
That's already in, or
no, you gotta add some in.
self-serve?
Self-serve chili crisp. And for me, I have a little extra ikura too. You got it? My ikura.
Yeah, I like this more.
I like tuna more than sunflower.
Yeah.
Mine is a tuna ikura donburi. Yum.
I experimented also with growing amaranth, which I don't know what happened while we were gone. That thing snapped in half. I don't know if too many birds landed on it. I don't know if we had a sudden gust of wind. I'm not sure, but it ended up breaking in half, and I did harvest some of the seeds, but there wasn't that much because I don't think the plant was finished growing. We have our sunflower seeds. Already munched on a few. We had enough for 2 full jars. Big jar, little jar. Yeah, I'm going to try to harvest as much as I can. Never actually done this, but I've always wanted to grow it because it's a pretty big staple in Mexico, or it used to be a more important part of the diet back in the day. I always really enjoyed these like bars. We had like honey and some other nuts in them. They're really good, so that's what I kind of wanted to try making with this. Run my hands through it. Looks like it's working. And oh, very nice. It's definitely going to be a very slow process. Alright, so it's not a whole lot since it did snap early. There's still a few underneath where it's snapped, and hopefully there'll still be a little bit of growth. But I also only planted one because I've never grown this before, and also because I just didn't really have a whole lot of space. But next year, hopefully, we'll have a lot more planter beds and I can grow a lot more flowers. But supposedly, you can just gently blow on this. Oh, there's a little breeze right now. And the pink flower parts are supposed to come off. So there's quite a few spiders. I took some out already, but let's give it a shot. Well, it seems to work, but it's gonna be a very long process. I see you have to do it really gently because technically the flowers are lighter, but not by a whole lot, so that's why you can't really use a fan. So I guess we're just going to keep gently blowing and see if it works. You can see there's a pretty good separation. This is all the seeds, this is all the flowers. There's a little bit of seeds mixed in, and just a little bit of flowers, so it seems to work. But it did grow very well here. So next year we're going to definitely plant several more of those because they were also super pretty. And the goal with those is I really want to make these honey bars that anytime we go to Mexico, I always buy them. We really haven't spent much money at the grocery store for fresh produce because so much is already growing in our garden. And I think next year we'll have so much more because we're hoping to expand the garden with the terrace. And also we just want to get more garden beds. And right now it's like a good amount that I can't really keep up with eating them. But it's not so much that I'll have enough for the entire winter to never have to buy any tomato sauce. Some of the plants are still going, and there's at least 3 more tomato plants that are catching up. These right here are just the Marzanos, and I'm also going to can some of the little cherry tomatoes because we have a ton of those. We also have Romas and heirlooms, which I'm not going to be canning those. I only planted a few of those, so those are pretty easy to keep up with. And the Marzanos are actually the ones that I really love to can. They taste really good for sauces. He's going to chop the onions because he is a much faster
Chopist.
Yeah.
Done.
We also have a ton of peppers coming in. The first ones were the pasillas. They're these guys right here. So I'm going to dry a ton of these in the dehydrator. And I have no idea why I planted so many of those. There's like 4 or 5 plants and there's a lot right now. This little pile right here are just the early ones. Those plants are loaded. We do have a ton of serranos and jalapenos. The jalapenos aren't quite ready, but I do want to can some of those. A lot of my cucumber didn't do so well this year. I think the timing was off because my second wave of cucumbers are doing great, but they are a lot less plants. I didn't want to have too many cucumbers. So now I have too few cucumbers. I think we only have 1 pickling cucumber that is doing good. The lemon cucumber, the vine is going. There's lots of flowers, but they haven't bloomed yet. All right, we got the onions going in here. I'll toss some garlic in a few minutes, and then I'm just gonna throw these in whole, and then I'll just blend them and pour them into a can and use the canning pressure cooker thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this super simple. Onions, garlic, salt, tomatoes, that's it. Throw some tomatoes in here, getting pretty full in there, and I still have a lot more. And while this one cooks, I am also going to make another little batch with the cherry tomatoes. These ones are super sweet. They're so good. They make such a good pasta. I think next year I'm gonna grow a lot more of these because I'm kind of finding that I like this better than the other types of tomatoes when it comes to sauce. Also, Taku is currently in his sourdough era. I had mentioned I was going to get into sourdough baking, and I even bought the starter, but I hadn't done any research, and then once I started looking up how to do it, I was like, this is a little too much. I like baking, but sourdough bread baking, yeah, it's too much patience. It's too much remembering to feed it, and it's not the kind of baking that I like. Luckily, Taku took over, and he's been doing it. This is his 3rd loaf, and this one's actually a little bit of an experiment. He wanted to see if it would be good with wheat. Turns out we are not a fan of like healthy tasting bread, so we're gonna go back to white bread. All right, we're just gonna let those 2 cook for a little while, and then I'll come back and use the immersion blender to turn them into a sauce. All right, the tomatoes are looking good. I'm just gonna blend them because I don't have a fancy machine that will take the peel and seeds out, and to be honest, I don't really mind the peel and seeds. Taku's over here making his sourdough.
I gotta feed the starter.
This is gonna be his 4th loaf in 1 week.
4th loaf? Yeah, that's true.
This one's probably gonna be the best one. This 3rd one was an experiment. It came out the prettiest, I think.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Like on the outside. I don't know, number 2 was pretty as well, so.
Yeah, number 2 is good.
Yeah.
I was happy with number 2.
Tasted really good.
I was like, whoa, this is easy.
Yeah, I don't know why you wanted to make wheat. I don't think we ever really eat wheat bread.
Well, I just wanted to try that starter.
I like using this one because I don't have to move things into a blender. I got a little carried away last night with the ceramics, so I didn't actually finish jarring the sauce. We're going to do that today, but first I'm gathering some stuff to make chilaquiles. All right, we got some epazote growing in here with the tomatillos, and this is actually the side of the greenhouse I was saying suffered a little bit without water. So it's making a comeback, but you could tell they definitely got a little stressed out. I should probably prune in here as well. I'm just gonna grab a small branch. Smells really good. Let's get out of here because it is hot. Just gonna cook these real quick on the pan. I'll add some onion in here as well. One day we'll have chickens and that'll be part of our harvest routine. This taco's making another loaf right now. When will it be ready? Who knows? Maybe today, maybe in a few hours, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. We'll save a little bit for chips and dip, and for the rest, we will cook the rest of this. While this is simmering, I'm just gonna toss in my fresh epazote. Got my salsa going, got the eggs cooking. Time to add the chips. I think when you make it yourself, they just have a really good taste, but I'm just gonna do kind of like a quick mix because you want them to soften but not get soggy. So still crunchy. I'm just gonna mix that around. I already turned off the heat, and then we're gonna put this on the plate. And then we top this with a little bit of sour cream and cotija. Oh, and of course some fresh onion.
Ooh, chilaquiles. Haven't had it in a long time.
One day we'll have our own chickens, and we'll also have our own orange tree,
here comes
and we'll make.
the baby.
Oh, he's got to squeeze through.
Sorry. Your slippers are down there.
Oh, sorry,
It's in his
buddy.
way.
This is his new thing. He needs to be down here while we eat.
Yeah. As soon as we sit here, he just comes over. Doesn't matter where he is. He just comes over, curls up. He's got perfectly fine bed right here, though. Wide open. He prefers to be right under us.
I should have put more chili. These tomatoes are super sweet. Yeah.
Delicious.
Gotta make some salsa in jars too. These tortilla chips, not my favorite for chilaquiles. I prefer to either make it or I think there's one brand that I do like that. Can't remember the name, but when I see the package, I know it. There's just a different taste between like chips from the store and chips you made yourself.
I do think it's better when you fry the tortillas yourself because the edges stay nice and crispy, but the center is like a bit soft. So it gives a little contrast in texture. Yeah, that's really good. And you can also like you kind of scoop it up easier too. These chips are just kind of all crunchy all the way through.
Yeah.
Wow. So good.
I'm looking at this thinking that while it is a lot of sauce, it's realistically only going to fill 2-3 jars, and it kind of seems like a lot of work to go through the whole pressure canning stuff. So I might still put it in a jar, but not do the whole canning process because it takes a little while. It's a lot of work for putting like 2-3 jars together. So I think what I'm going to do in the future is I'm just going to freeze all the excess tomatoes, and then when all the tomato plants are done, then I'll like cook it down and put them in a can. Because I don't want to do this process every few weeks. It is a lot of tomatoes that we're getting, and it's enough that I can't quite keep up with eating all of them, but also it's not so much that I want to be canning every other week. So I'm going to do our best to finish this sauce up this week, but the rest of the tomatoes, I'm going to start freezing them. So we do actually have this funnel, which is a little slower, but will probably make much less of a mess. So we're going to use this. So basically now we're just meal prepping, since this will probably only really last maybe a week, 10 days in the fridge. I have actually been saying that I want to meal prep more because I'm tired of cooking every day. All right, so I didn't even quite make 3 full jars. This is a smaller jar than these 2. Glad I opted to not bust out the pressure cooker. So Taco actually bought this thing called a mason genie, and I believe it's more for like dry goods, so this isn't a like shelf stable way of canning things, but I guess it helps take out all the air and keeps it fresh just a little longer. I figure it can't hurt. Just pop it on top, press the button, and it should take out all the air. I think I just got ahead of myself with wanting to can because I was really excited for how many tomatoes we had. But yeah, not worth it to do that right now. Pretty soon we'll have a ton of figs and jalapenos to be canning as well. We have 2 fig trees, and I'll be honest, neither of us are like huge consumers of figs. It's something that's good, but neither of us ever crave. And neither of us eat a whole lot of jam either. So if you guys have ideas for fig recipes, please leave it in the comments because we need some ideas on how to eat all these figs. Like it's going to be too many figs. We've already talked about eventually we're going to take one of the trees down. We just want to figure out which one has the better fig. Preferably we'd love to preserve some, but I feel like most people just do candied figs or fig jam, and I mean, I guess it'll make good gifts. We could definitely do that, and just, I guess this Christmas everyone's getting a bunch of homemade stuff, so, and maybe it could be our little, like, gift of coming to the homestead, like, here's your fig jam, please take it. Check it out, the bread is finally ready.
It doesn't look as pretty as the other one. I didn't cut it properly, so it kind of broke right here. But it was good.
Ooh. Well, you can mostly just hear Roscoe drinking.
Nice crunchy crust. Cut it open.
Oh, that's a big hole. Oh, that looks nice. Very nice. Roscoe says, wow.
Yes.
Oh, he's trying to get his fish.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
fish right there.
Not yet.
Thought he was interested in the bread.
Yeah, this time, and the bottom is better too. But the sesame, yeah. Let's see how it tastes.
All right. Ooh,
Yeah.
nice and warm.
Let's give it a try. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Mmm. That's nice.
Mmm. He's like, please.
Please, I want some bread. Sourdough bread baking is going pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, it's not that hard. As long as you're kind of home to do it. Because it's like stuff you gotta do every 30 minutes. You gotta preheat the oven for a while and do this and do that. We can work around it, but
Yeah. We're gonna need a babysitter for our sourdough if we do any trips. Alright.
the top crust with the sesame though. I think it's sesame every time because I really like that.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.